for us.
Shane us at the first fundraiser at the Golf Club.
I didn't do most of my treatment at Northwest. I started at Overlake because a friend of mine who's a radiologist said, well, the best breast man in Seattle is at Overlake, but Eleanor's not much of one for the east side, so let's find a list for Seattle, and then I would tell her I'd take them to her. So I did Overlake for my surgery. I did Swedish because of Dr. Hank Kaplan for my chemo. And I started radiation there, but they were building a new unit, which opened after a few weeks, and they couldn't stay open late, which is what I needed. So I worked literally on the other side of Northgate, so, which I'd taken, like before my last chemo, I took a new job. Yeah, and that's when I came over here. My husband had died of non-Hodgkin's lymphoma a year before I was diagnosed. My mother had Parkinson's, and at news of my diagnosis, she went, done, and died while I was in radiation. And the day she died, I was seeing Dr. Vermeulen, and I went in, and she walked in and put her arms around me and said, girl, you need a break.
Amen.
And then she suggested fly fishing, and I went, sure. But I had the presence of mind to say, when are you doing this? And she said, in October. Well, October was the month that my husband died. The week of my 50th birthday. yesterday was my birthday, I turned 70. And because of that, the first year after he died, I actually sang. I sang one of my favorite roles in opera. And I kept saying, you know, I need to do something new every year to not celebrate his passing, but his life. Which I did.
Yes.
And now I have this marvelous man in my life. And
Yeah.
I was married 22 years the first time. Anybody do it that long? I don't know. Whatever. So, Harry was a travel agent and very practical.
Sometimes you get married to the same person again and again. No. I'm a Shakespearean and a Renaissance fair performer, whistle player, and a playwright. So nothing practical. Nothing.
He writes sonnets off the cuff. Give him 10 words and he writes a sonnet. And I just go, prove it.
Most of them now are about her, though.
Goodness. And we adopted a senior dog this year. Because a cat died last Thanksgiving, and one of my neighbors has dementia, and had to go in a group home, and the whole neighborhood knew Charlie, but nobody really wanted the responsibility. They'd walk him twice a day, but they didn't really want to take him, and I went,
Yeah.
so he's out in the car actually. Because he doesn't like being left. So we're trying again. So anyway, I just want to say thank you. This has
Would you
been-
like an encore?
No.
One more.
Fish are jumping, and the cotton is so hush, little baby, don't you cry. One of these mornings, you're gonna rise up singing. Then you'll spread your wings and you'll take to the sky. Until that morning, they say nothing can harm you. With your daddy and mommy standing by. Going on.